This is Get Inspired with Dr. Barb. Hello, everybody. This is Barbara Vokatis, host of Get Inspired with Dr. Barb. Welcome, everybody, from stormy upstate New York. That's what I've been chatting about a little bit with my amazing guest today. This is the special time in education, not just for me, but for many people, many young people who graduate this right now. Right now, we have a lot of graduates from high school. My kid just is graduating too in upstate New York. Yeah.
Congratulations.
In June. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And as my guest knows, and the audience too, many young people graduating probably have a lot of questions about their future, what to even do like over the summer, what to do after the summer. Not everybody goes straight to college. Not everybody's got everything figured out since, I don't know, grade 1 or something like that. Or not everybody has parents who already figured it out for them instead of them figuring it out, which is not the best scenario, I think. But we have young people like that too, right? They kind of have to follow the pathway that kind of parents tell them a little bit what to do. That happens too. But I think this is my guest today is just a perfect guest because also a lot of young people, you're welcome, in high school, graduating from high school. A lot of them like to do something to do with art. We have a huge neurodivergent population. Some of them are autistic. Many of these kids have some amazing talents that, by the way, were never valued in high school. Right? Very rarely, if anything, I don't know, not very much so. And these people, they want to be artists. I mean, being an artist, that is such a huge word because you can do this, that, you can do a little bit of everything. And my guest today is a multi-talented artist, just an amazing person. I'm still wondering how he is able to do all the stuff he's doing. I would imagine he didn't produce music and created a movie all in 1 week. So he will tell us a little bit about it. Because seriously, when you look at somebody's bio and you see what they've done, it's so easy to get overwhelmed. Wait a minute, they're doing it all. I can't sit and barely can think of one thing I am trying to do. I mean, this is serious, right? But we will get some ideas from this amazing person here, and his name is Vernon Vilo, the maestro. See, I'm Polish origin, so I'm just like trying English pronunciation, Polish pronunciation.
It's all good.
I think maestro, isn't it like Italian or something like Wiggins? So this is a combination of real name and stage name. So that's why it took me a little bit to express, right, the full name. But listen to this, my dear audience. He is American film producer, director, actor, rapper, philanthropist, songwriter. So when we talk about being artistic and also being able to actually do something for career, right, in these fields, it's absolutely amazing. But there is more. He's a top 100 Apple Music charting hip hop music artist with 4 studio albums to his credit. His song, Woe Town Anthem Part 2, reached number 26 on the Apple Music hip hop music charts. And his hit single, Overdrive, reached number 20 on the Spotify Top 100 Singles charts. Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I haven't done you're welcome, anything like that. Not yet. But, but never say never, right? I mean, the access to Spotify and to creating your own account and to producing some beats, and I'm not saying that would be the greatest, but the access is amazingly out there, right, for the entire world to really use. And Vernon definitely knows something about it. And what's more, he has produced a film titled Problematic Intentions that went on to win 20 movie awards. You could probably write a song, How to Win 20 Movie Awards. I think he can write that song. That would be
yes, I could.
Interesting title.
Yeah, I should do that, as a matter of fact.
Here you go. So, this is a place when we don't just talk, we can even come up some crazy ideas and not so
Yes,
crazy.
that's
That's
right.
the danger of my podcast.
Hey, it all works for me.
Great for me too. But not only that, he also has an amazing organization, nonprofit organization. It's called the Maestro Foundation that organizes all kinds of interesting community events to
Yeah,
serve community, right? Including children and not only. I know that you've got a separate account devoted to this organization, also separate account I just found out devoted to your production, to your movie.
that's right.
Welcome on my show.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You're welcome. I'm just as excited. And also, I think the storm is kind of getting a little bit better, meaning it's not as
Good.
bad.
Hey, see,
Sound
sunshine.
effects.
We bring the sunshine.
I think so. It's just about you, my guest. But I wanted to start by asking you because, as I said, many young people just, they got these inspirations, aspirations. They would like to do some stuff. And that's good, right? I mean, if you want to do some stuff, you're interested, you want to mess around with some artistic fields and, getting together with friends or doing something on your own. I mean, it's great, right? The will and
Yes,
drive, if it's there, it's awesome. But
absolutely.
you know, but I wanted to know from you, like when you were that age, or maybe even earlier, maybe in middle school, like how did it start for you? This, I mean, like fascination, probably not first with the movie, maybe first with music. How did it start for you? And what did you do to get it started? Like, did you get together with some friends or just somebody kind of like fell from the sky and here you go, let's do it?
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, for me, yeah, it started way back in grade school because I always enjoyed writing. I always enjoyed writing essays and, just writing in general. I mean, I remember one time I was in sixth grade at the time, and look, I wasn't a bad kid, but one of my teachers, like, whenever you got in trouble, he would tell you, "Hey, 6 pages. Hey, Vernon, 6 pages." And yeah, and what that means is you writing 6 pages long of, "I will not do this again. I will not do this
My
again." Six
gosh.
pages full of that. And I think that's where look, don't get me wrong, it was bad. I got in trouble, but I think that's where the writing kind of began for me at, you know,
Yeah.
when I got punished, and then from there I just started writing, 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 and I fell in love with it. And it carried all the way over to, songwriting, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, because I write all my own music and everything. And I know you did ask about how I started it. So it started, with an idea. It started as an idea. And I would see like all these rappers on TV, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z,
Yeah.
the list goes on and on. And then I just fell in love with that. And I'm like, you know what? One day I might try that. I might try to do that. And I started my record label officially in 2011 is when I started my record label and I made State to State Entertainment an NLL. And then from there, I started making music and then I I brought on some other rap artists and stuff like that. And then look, we just started mixing it up, getting in music videos, you know, and recording in the studio, albums, mixtapes, all that stuff. And we just kept it going and going and going. So, I never looked back. And, so now anytime I need a song, I'm making the song. I got 4 albums out. I have a movie soundtrack out, and I'm working on my new album right now as we speak.
That's amazing. Once the new album comes out, let me know. We would like
I will.
to share about it. And so what I hear you is the passion for writing. I mean, if you want to write your own songs and then also, start creating some beats, which naturally kind of goes with writing,
It
right?
does, yes.
Then you kind of have to love writing a little bit and start writing some lyrics, which is really poetry. That's what it is. I mean,
That
it's a serious writing activity
that's
to
right.
write a lyric, and
Yeah.
and then like getting together with some other young people who kind of want to do something similar, that is also a piece of advice, because if somebody doesn't like to write, it's kind of hard to really even start going into that. But
Yes.
then how do young people try to like find how to start, how to do like a record labor? Like, is there any place that they can go and just kind of like compete for it, or apply for it? Like, I have no idea. I work in academia, right? I'm a professor.
Got you.
I have no idea. If somebody, young person, asks me, hey, Dr. Vakidis, actually, I would like to be a singer, and okay, I'm already messing around with some lyrics and some beats, blah, blah, blah. But should I then try to go for a record label? And how do I do, what do I do about that? Would you have any advice for that? I'm sure you would.
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, I would say, I mean, it starts in the mind. It's an idea. It starts off as an idea, and then you start putting it on paper, whether it's lyrics or whether it's what you want to do. I would say map out what you want to do and how you think about how you're thinking about doing it. I would map it out, and then from there, just follow what you wrote down and just do it bullet point by bullet point is what
Yeah.
I would say. Because that way you write it down and you like, okay, I'm following my own blueprint here. I might go in the studio, I might make a song. Well, first we're gonna write the song, right?
Yeah.
Write it, then you go in and record it. And the reason why I say that is because you want to make sure that you are talented enough. Just being honest, because
Yeah.
that's number one. Because if you're not talented enough, you might not want to continue that. And I say that because I went through that myself. I'm going to be real honest with you. My first ever song that I ever recorded, I did not like it. It sucked. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. And I was questioning myself like, hey, am I can I
Yeah.
actually do this? Is this for
Wow.
me? I was like, all kind of thoughts was going to my head, well, through my head, and I asked myself that. But what I did, I told the producer, I said, hey man, look, I want to come back and work on this again. I want to go back and really prepare myself. I want to do some more writing, and I want to come back and try this again. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if when I went back, if it wouldn't have worked out, we wouldn't even have 4 albums right now.
This is incredible what you're saying, because many people have those dreams and all that, but
Yes.
you also have, and you yawn. So, and in a lot of cases, the school didn't value you either for, these different reasons, because different things are valued in schools, right? Not, not your artistic aspirations,
Yeah.
obviously. And then you got this idea, oh, I would like to try to record some stuff, but
Yeah.
this is where the also leadership and just kind of like your mindset comes into play.
Hmm.
Because and this is always a dilemma for me too when I'm thinking about it. On one hand, we keep hearing you always have to follow your dreams, never give up,
That's
keep
right.
going,
That's
keep
right.
going. There's so many people who failed so many times. They were told, you're not going to do anything in life. You can't sing. You can't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? All that stuff. But that doesn't mean that all of this is true.
That's right.
Because what happens is you hear different voices in your life, and you might oftentimes believe a lot of these voices that are not right at all. So, but here there's another flip side. I mean, if you're not talented enough and you can't sustain it, and you keep trying, but then on the other hand, you're losing a little bit your energy that you could maybe use for something else. Maybe you can still be in this industry, but in a different way, not as
Yeah.
a singer.
May just want to be
Then
a music executive or a business manager.
right. There's a lot of, I'm sure, different kind of roles that can be
Yeah.
filled with that. But you also have to have this understanding. If I do not make it for whatever reason it is, I am trying to not to like be like broken by it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, right.
It's
That's
very
right. Yeah.
easy for a young person to be like, all of a sudden your dreams are shattered. Somebody told you, I'm not gonna say it, like you suck without saying you suck, but meaning like, this is not good. I don't think you have enough there to be able to keep going with this.
Right.
But I would imagine, I don't know what you're going to say about it. This is actually quite important. I think the number one thing depends on who tells you this stuff. You
Yeah.
gotta watch who tells you this stuff. If
Yeah.
this is some kind of jealous friend, peer,
Yeah. That could be the case now. That
then don't
definitely could
believe
be.
that, right?
Yeah, that could be the case. I mean, in my situation, it was kind of a self thing, I mean, the producer didn't tell me anything, but me, to myself, I'm like, oh no, man, I think I can do better. Let me try this again, and I tried it again and I liked it. They liked it even more, the other artists, the producer and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, well, yeah, I think this can work for me. But see, the thing is, to kind of rewind it back a little bit, I didn't really just start like in the music business doing music. I actually started off as a manager in the business.
Wow.
I started off as a manager. I was managing a rap artist out of Atlanta, and I kind of got my feet wet just managing.
Yeah.
So, you know, before I even started rapping and stuff, I did it that way because I wanted to learn the business, a bit and kind of knew what I was getting into once I got a little further along with it. So once I got ready to build an LLC and all that, I knew some things about it, before I kind of did it, so yeah, that's how it kind of happened for me.
I mean, this is actually another very, very important piece because it's like, okay, I want to be an artist, but by the way, but don't you also need to like support yourself financially and other things?
Hmm.
So being an artist, messing around with beats, trying to record stuff, getting together with friends, that's not going to provide what you need because
That's right.
eventually, mommy and daddy can go as far as they can go with support, but
Yep.
eventually mommy and daddy says, well, hello, you have to at least start with part-time. You gotta start supporting yourself, supporting your dreams too, because that's the reality of it. So that was smart. I mean, you started to be manager, you started to support yourself in that way, and then seeing
Yeah.
what's happening in the business you are working slowly. Oh, wait a minute, I can actually try it and record a song too, because it's like you can be one thing, but don't have to be stuck only as a manager. So you
Oh, yeah.
tried recording. That's a really that's amazing. And so you see, there's so much gold here for young people who think
Yeah.
about this. It really is because if you want to do it, and I keep saying it to everybody around me, speak to those who went through it, are doing it, or try to.
Yeah.
They don't
That's
always
right.
have access to these people,
That's
but
right.
so it really depends who you hear the truth from, and then trying to figure out how you don't. I mean, if you cannot do one thing, what the heck, I can do another thing. This is a mindset issue though,
Yes,
young
absolutely.
people are vulnerable. It's like, I can't do something, oh my god, the world is falling apart, right?
Hey.
How that is. I've
Yes,
been through
indeed.
that too. but
Yep.
but then the movies, like, how did the movie happen here? Because this is, I mean, this is huge thing. You basically produced a movie, so that's a huge project, this
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
production. So how did it happen, and why did it even happen?
So, okay, so my acting journey started officially probably around 2014, 2015. And I started out where I'm like, look, I'll take anything, any opportunity I can get. I don't care if
Yeah.
I'm an extra or what, if I'm just helping out on set, it doesn't matter. I wanted to be around it because I wanted to grow and I wanted to one day be able to produce my own films. So, after a while, I had been in a number of film projects, and then I felt like, okay, I think it's time for me to produce my own because I felt like I learned enough and I
Yeah.
was ready to start my own film company and produce my own projects and create more opportunities for people. So yeah, we filmed Problematic Intentions around 2022. I think it was in the springtime, yeah. And look, when I tell you we got it out the mud, we got it out the mud. Every single person on that cast and crew was like-minded. We went in like-minded with a mindset like we're gonna do this, we're gonna get it done, we're gonna do it. And I mean, we had some hoops and hurdles throughout, and
Wow.
but I mean, in the end, we pulled together and we made that project happen. Okay, so but we didn't go in with any expectations thinking that it was going to win awards. We
Right.
just let's get this thing done and kind of move along from there. So, we after it was made and everything like that, you know, just started submitting it for awards and then there you go. It just started happening and I'm like, cuz when you're working on your own project, you kind of become in the mindset like, I like it, but I wonder what everybody else is going to think,
Yeah.
the audience. So we kept on editing it. We kept on editing, and then amongst us, we kind of was, being nitpicky about this scene, that scene, or whatever. And then one day we was just like, Barbara, we said, you know what? We just need to put this out to the world and let the
That's
world tell us.
the end of perfectionism, right?
Yes. And
Yep.
when we did that, oh my goodness, it took off. Yeah, it took off.
That is amazing. But again, what I hear you saying, it's like you didn't like, okay, I'm just gonna produce a movie. It wasn't like it didn't start like that. It
No,
was like, let me
it
just
was a
okay.
process.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, oh, here you go. Maybe I can be in the movie as someone actor doing something else. And I'm just gonna like learn how all this stuff works. So it's just kind of like starting from this bottom and not minding it and not thinking right away, oh, I'm just gonna produce a movie. You just went into it by pure exploration. That was the
Yes.
idea, really. And then I'm gonna do something. But wait a minute, after a while. I kind of learning a little bit about it, and maybe, yeah, I think I'm gaining just kind of knowledge, more experience, some
Yes.
skills. I have an idea what I might do to actually get people together and produce my own thing. So it's just, I mean, you can have dreams and aspirations, but the mindset of actually doing something from just like something, anything, because many people are just right away starting if I can start that thing, that big thing that's right here above, then
Yeah.
I'm just not doing nothing because it's hard to start from the top. I
Oh
mean, for crying out loud. But young people just kind of like, I don't think they understand that. Like you
no.
have to start from, oh my Vernon, that's gonna be a show for many because these young people they have to know about this. And you can draw conclusions and parallels as far as other industries too. It works like that everywhere else. Like in order to be a teacher, you go be substitute teacher first and get
Yep.
all the
It's a
heat.
process. Yeah. Steps. It's steps to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like, that is just such a lesson. But also
Yeah.
having again a good mindset that this is a good thing because I'm gonna learn it slow. And then I see, do I still wanna do it and go further with it? I'm just gonna get out of it and just do something else. I think the importance of doing different things by these young people. But then but then there is more stuff you've done because you have done master's degree, right, in business.
Yeah. What
And
a
why did
journey.
this happen? Did you think that was like really important in order to be entrepreneur and because right now the world of higher education and all this stuff is going to change a little bit with the access to AI and different things.
Yes.
Probably young people, they will have access to all kinds of courses and like learning about entrepreneurship, maybe a little bit business, even without doing college degree. But what would you say about young people who are thinking about, oh, I want to have my own business. I want to be entrepreneur. Whatever it is that I'm doing, whatever it is that my business is about, it can be something to do with arts or something else. What should
Well,
they gain, kind of, to first learn about it? I don't know.
well, I would say whatever it is that they're looking to get into as far as business or entrepreneurship, do your research, study, become a student of that.
Yeah.
Become a student of that, learn what it's about. I mean, maybe even do an internship, learn about it before you actually dive into it, I would say. You know, look, being honest, having a degree is great. I love that I have mine. I really do, but there are successful people out there without degrees, but I would definitely tell someone that's wanting to get into something, no matter what it is, study, 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 research, 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 100% before even jumping into it.
Totally. And I think also, like get together with others who are also like have the same mindset. They also want to do
Hmm.
something right in this area because you can then learn from each other. I mean,
That's
if
right.
this is a group of people who are not like jealous of each other, you know how that can
That
get,
is right.
right?
Oh, yes, I know about that. I know about that.
So I have to then ask you how you deal with any kind of hate or jealousy because that's going to happen, right?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, like early on in my life, I used to let it bother me. I mean, to the point where it would discourage me, it would make me want to stop what I'm doing, when I was a lot younger. But you know what? As time went on, I started realizing, I'm like, you know what? No matter what this person is saying or doing, I got to keep going. I mean, they can bring it towards me. I have to keep going. I cannot worry about what this person is saying about me or doing or whatever. I have to keep going. And I tell you what, when I applied that, I started seeing doors opening up. No matter what this person was saying about me or trying to do to
Yeah.
sabotage what I had going on, it didn't stop me. And progress was still coming through. So ever since I saw that through for the first time, I'm like, discouraged. I'm not getting discouraged at all anymore. I'm going to keep going. So I just blocked out the noise and I kept pushing.
I think that's the only thing you can do. And like you're
Yeah.
saying, once you've got this kind of mindset and you free yourself from this,
Yeah.
what do you call them? Keyboard warriors?
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%. That's them.
Very, very good name for them. That's
I
for
like that
sure.
name.
And it's usually people who just kind of like, for some reason, they just don't do anything cool, right? And
Right.
they get mad that somebody else is doing something cool.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and lots of times it's usually folks that they wish, they
Yeah.
wish they were you, or they wish that they could be a part of what you have going on. And instead of them applying themselves and actually taking the initial steps to do it the right way and be a part of that, they would just take the other road and they'll rather just be a hater or try to mess up what somebody has. And that's never made any sense to me. Never has. I'll never understand that.
I totally agree with this. And, it's just the idea of like, if you show the other flip of this, it's somebody successful. Why the heck don't you comment on their post? Why do you share something about them?
That's
I
right.
mean, don't expect that they're gonna return, but you've done something good. Sometimes these people can can return the favor, which is really nice. You just never know, but it can really work for your benefit because you're showing yourself as the person who appreciates others, who is just a
Yeah.
kind person. I think that kind of kindness idea. I just unfortunately, I think, I have to give credit to many teachers who promote these ideas and kindness ideas among children in classrooms, but I don't think we have enough of this. I don't think we teach enough children that when you are good to others, share their stuff, show yourself in that way, that is really like the best mindset. That can actually help you so much more because
Yeah.
keyboard warrioring is not going to help you in any way.
It's not. It's not, and they wonder why nothing never happens for them. You know, it's because
Yeah.
that's what some of them do. I never understood it, never did.
Yeah, because they just got into that right strange tunnel. What do you teach your own daughter? Like, I'm sure you're already giving her some lessons,
Yeah,
like about life, in a limited way, because we can't like overpower them with everything. But I
yes,
wonder, will you tell her like about life and how you go through life, just kind of a little bit? That would be great for parents
yeah,
too.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I give her bits and pieces right now.
Yeah.
I just tell her, hey, look, some things are not going to be easy. Some things that you want to achieve in your life, it's not going to be easy, and that you have to take the right steps to get there and get what you want. I mean, you just have to work hard at it and don't
Mhm.
second guess yourself. Don't second guess yourself. If you feel that you want to do something and you feel it's right and you know that the outcome is going to be something great for you, go for it. Go for it and don't think twice. For sure.
That's just amazing. And I wonder, I would like to also talk a little bit about your organization,
Sure.
the organization that does community events. What inspired you to do that? And what exactly you do, because the audience might not know,
Yeah.
but what exactly is happening in this regard? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so the name of my nonprofit organization is the Maestro Foundation. And to be honest with you, I've always had a place in my heart to give back to the community. Ever since I was a kid, I've always had that dream of doing that. And, I grew up in Washington, Louisiana. Our population is very small there. It's about 900 people populated,
My
maybe
God.
even I have
That's
very,
crazy,
very
right?
humble beginnings. Yes. It's probably a little bit smaller than that now. I mean, we may be at about 700, back home. But I always just had this, thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to give back, because I know sometimes in life, we all go through ups and downs. We all do. And it just may be some situations that may happen where a person just may not have something this time or, that time or whatever, and I wanted to come in and be that organization that was able to provide that, you know, for the people, for the community. So I mean, we've done charity basketball games, where we would give all the proceeds to the elementary school that I went to when I was a child. We would give school supplies to the students. We've been doing Christmas toy giveaways. This year is going to be our 6th year doing that. So we're 6 years in doing that. So we make sure everybody in the town, the children, they all have toys for Christmas. Yes.
This is amazing. And I also hope that because of you doing this, that again, we can't ever expect what we're gonna get in return. That's not what this is about. It's about
That's
doing
right.
good, right?
That's right.
But you probably, I would hope, get some support from the community too.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
can talk
absolutely.
about, if you can talk about.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I mean, look, we've been doing this thing for probably about 6, 7 years now. And when I
Yeah.
tell you every year, the crowd gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
it's gotten so big now for our toy giveaways for Christmas. I mean, we had to move from one building to a bigger building, and I mean, it's growing. We do fundraisers as well, that, to where we raise money, to be able to do more things for the community.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so we're this year is going to be our second annual fundraiser. We're doing a po' boy dinner sale, and we just look. We're trying to dump all this back into the community and continue to uplift the community. So, yeah,
That's a lot of also a big chunk of the time devoted to this. I mean, there's no doubt
Yes.
about it. Everything takes time. This is not like somebody is just like it's happening in the cloud.
Yeah, it's a look, it takes time, patience,
Yes,
and you have to have like-minded members with you. I mean, the members that I have, they are so amazing. I'm so thankful for them. The organization wouldn't be where it's at had we not all came together and gave a team effort on this, for sure.
for sure. That's absolutely amazing. And like in the show notes, we will provide the link because it's important to draw
Yes.
attention to this. And anytime someone and an artist does something like that for the community, it's absolutely incredible. And it speaks something about you, it speaks a lot about you. And towards
Thank you.
our end of your welcome, end of the chat, I wanted to ask you just two things. Like, what advice would you have for teachers who do have these artistic individuals? And, it can be middle school, it can be high school. And like I said, sometimes they are marginalized because their skills are not valued, right? It's all about math, social studies,
Yeah.
taking exams, whatever it is. And, one type of intelligence is promoted, right? We still are stuck in that mindset, even in
Yeah.
spite of research that shows otherwise.
Yes.
And what would, but teachers, even though they work with certain constraints and they got to do the
Yeah.
test and all that, but they still have mentorship roles. They interact with these kids
Hmm.
and they have amazing influence on these young people. Would you have any advice how these teachers can empower these, neurodivergent artistic individuals so they kind of like feel empowered? I'm not here just to do math, right? But
Yeah.
yeah,
So this is what I would say because I feel like there's a lot of talented people around us. I mean,
yeah.
a lot of talented people. One thing I would say I think would work great because a lot of times, a person in general, if they're talented at something and they know they are, they may feel like, oh, it's no way that I'm gonna break through with this. It's no way it's gonna happen. But we have examples all around us that show us that it's possible. So, what I would say I think would work as a great example for the teachers, I think it would be great if they brought a person in that's successful, to maybe
Yes.
come in, talk to the class, be there in the flesh in person. And this person can explain their journey and then they can be right there in front of them. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, this is possible. Look at me. I done it. So it would let them know, like, oh, wow, so this is possible. I can do it. And then it's going to uplift their confidence and everything. And you never know what that special guest that may come in there, they may offer. They may have a program for these students that they can get into, you know?
Amazing. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think, like in my daughter's high school, I don't think they invited anybody artistic, but they invited some people like veterans and
Hmm.
also like basketball players.
See,
And
that's
my
great.
kid remembers these meetings more than any kind of teacher's lecture, to be honest with you. They gain, because she goes by they gain a lot of sort of like lessons from these
See, that's
encounters.
great.
I absolutely love your idea and the tip. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And what is what do you have in plans, like as far as what projects you're working on right now? We already mentioned something. There will be a new album. Let us know what is cooking right there in your backyard, if you can.
Yeah, so me, look, I mean, it's always something coming. It's always something coming. So on the film side of things, I have two more movie projects that I'm working on right now that's going to be coming. So, that's in the pipeline right now.
Yeah.
So, two more film projects in the works on the film side. It's going to be a few sequels to Problematic Intentions that's coming.
Wow,
So,
that's amazing.
Yeah, and when I say few, I'm doing something that's a little bit different that I want to try out and that I really feel that's going to be effective. So that's what I got coming on the film side. The album, my fifth album, I'm working on it. I'm planning on it possibly releasing sometime in 2027
Mhm.
for the new music album. I want to just give a different sound, a different version of me on these records, so I'm taking my time with the album because I want it to be real, real special for sure.
Very cool. Some patience is definitely needed here,
Yes,
but you got a lot because it's in terms of music, it's in terms of movies, and probably some other things. I'm sure the
community
nonprofit
work.
work, yeah, community work. So you are just one busy entrepreneur and philanthropist, and
Thank
but
you.
that's just like what you're welcome. That's what fuels us, right? That's what makes us human beings and
Yeah.
very valuable ones. And where can you be followed on social media, like for people to find out what you're doing, and especially for young people to like learn what you're doing is so valuable. But not only anybody, there's probably some people who are in the 40s and 50s and it's like, "Oh, wait a minute, maybe I can learn
Mhm.
from this interesting person some, artistic project, like what he's doing. Maybe I can do some of it, and just
Yeah.
anybody can be interested."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, all things are possible for sure. So yeah, so on Instagram, I am under the Maestro underscore. That's THEAESTRO underscore. And my nonprofit Instagram page is the Maestro Foundation. My film Instagram page is MG Films TV. Okay. They can also Google my name, Vernon Wiggins. You
Hmm.
Google me, all my information pops up. Vernon Wiggins on Facebook, MG Films and Television, we have a Facebook page, and the Maestro Foundation, we also have a Facebook page. And my music name, Velo the Maestro, type that in on Google. You can type it in on Facebook, anywhere, I'll come up. So, yeah,
Amazing. And we'll include these links in the show notes. I just would
thank you.
like to really thank you for your welcome, for this amazing and like really, honest ways of presenting all the wisdom you have learned. And this is like so valuable for many young people and young in spirit and all that,
Yes.
because it just comes from your heart and experience, everything you gain over some years, and you've done so much. So it's just going to be really like somebody commented on the announcement today, it's going to be explosive. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, we'll
They
take
already
it.
knew.
Thank you. I appreciate them for sure. Oh, yeah.
They
They know
already
what's
knew.
coming. They know what's coming.
They manifested it. So
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. And I also would like to invite our wonderful audience to let us know once the episode airs, and I will post a clip to let us know what you think about these ideas. Share the podcast, especially with young people, because I think they can just learn so much from this. It's like a roadmap, like what to do.
Yes.
So you just start in a way that's kind of proper, you don't just like, I want to start on top, but how do I get on
Ooh.
top? I'm not going to.
Gotta do the
So
work.
therefore, I'm not doing anything. But that's not a good attitude either, right?
Yeah,
So
not at
I
all.
really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I see everybody on social media. Thank you so much, dear Vernon. It was absolutely explosive.
Yes,
Very,
it
very
was.
valuable chart. Yes.
Yes, it
Thank you.
was.
Bye
Thank you
bye,
for having me.
everybody.
Thank you for having me.
And
Thanks.
if there's anybody you would like to kind of finish the chat with, any kind of message, then please feel free to say.
Yeah, so I just, first off, I want to thank all my supporters, all the people that believe in me,
No.
and all the people that have been working with me over the years. I thank you all so very much. And to everybody out there, remember, if you want to do something you never done, if you want to get something you never got, you have to be willing to do something you never done.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. All things are possible. That's my message.
Very inspiring. Thank you so much. Bye bye, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye. Thanks. This is Get Inspired with Dr. Barb.